G'day guys, welcome back to Supercoach with D. I hope you've all been well. In today's video, we are going to reveal the final results for the 2024 Prison League. Teams have been locked away until about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, where I started to make the final count. So thank you very much to everyone that has been involved. We are going to go through the top 30 in this video. So a little bit of a countdown, a little bit of suspense until we get to the top three. Top three get paid out this year. So congratulations to those of you that did make the prize money. For those of you that bombed out a little bit, don't worry too much. I'm sure if you get involved again next year, your luck may change a little bit. For those of you that don't really know much about the concept of the Prison League, I opened up to the community a couple of years ago where basically you have to select 16 players from certain price points, lock them away or lock your team away before the start of the season, and you cannot make any changes throughout the year. No captains, no vice captains, just 16 players. It is what it is. So you can select one player, 650,000 plus, two between 6 to 650, three between 5 and 6, three between 4 and 5, three between 300 to 400K, two between 2 to 3, and two between 1 and 2. So if you got those rookies right, you're probably in with a good shot. If you got that 650K plus player right, you'd also be in with a pretty decent chance. However, if you got either of those wrong, yeah, it may be a little bit tough to get into the cash this year. But I'm going to leave it there for the intro for now, guys. We are going to start off with number 30. So congrats if you made the list. Let's see who is at number 30 for this year. At number 30, we have Jasper's Demolition, a definite Demons theme to this side with Salem, McVee, Howes, Petraka, Viney, Big Maxi, Billings, and Windsor. Unfortunately, Track was really the one that let you down, mate, with this 650K plus player. Hopefully next year, mate, he'll be in the red and blue and come back bigger and better than ever. Well done, Jasper. Next up, we have Benny Leonard, a gold member. Now, talk about a hard luck story. Kitty Coleman for a 37, Gipkus with a 95, and Sardis let you down with a 276 there. But some nice pod picks there with your Newman, for example. Sheasel did well, Bont, and, mate, hopefully better luck next year. Very unlucky when it came to injuries, mate. And the team name crippled ya. Unfortunately, they did, mate. A bad omen there, buddy. Next up, we have Nick Ryan with the Gojos, a 26.946. Some pod selections here with your Windhager, for example, but I think what let you down here, mate, was your selection in the ruck with Jared Witts. But you had Bont there with 650K plus. A great year from you, mate. Well done, Nico. Next up, we have Causa the Ladies Man, a platinum member, if you don't mind. Cab Suvalaki. Love the name there, Causa. A couple that let you down there, mate. Your Caulfield, your Harms. Parrish is that pod there, but did have Butters and Bont, Sheasel, Houston, Young, all good value for money, and Sammy Flanders in the forward line. Better luck next year, Causa. You'll come back bigger and better than ever as well, my friend. Next up, we have Jimmy with Jimmy's Jets, 28.393. Harry McKay, the first time we've seen him there. Jack McRae let you down with a 13.10. Huey McCluggage, Mr. Suitcase here. Come to think of it, you've got a bit of a Brisbane Lions theme here with Harris Andrews, Kitty Coleman, Dunkley, McCluggage, Rayner. Yeah, I think you're a Lions man, mate. Hope we do well in the finals. Good on you, Jimmy. Next up, we have Charlie Watson here. Some decent selections from you, mate, with your Flanders, your Gorn, your Bont. Sheasel did well there. A couple let you down with Buderick, Harms. Sanders wasn't the best rookie selection, but many of us were thinking of going there. Congratulations, mate. Next up, we have Mark Silver Pigeons. Mark is a great super coacher, and I tell you what, mate, a little bit unlucky this year, but some great selections thrown in there. Marshall, the first time we've seen him in the ruck. Ollie Wines was looking good, a little bit up and down there. If Yo had have stayed fit, there's probably a couple of extra points there for you, mate. It's the forward line, though. Allen, Harms, and Lazaro, simple let you down. 4.574 for a total there. Better luck next year, buddy. Kenny Stockdale, another gold member. How are you, Kenny? Hope you're going well, buddy. Midfield cracking here with the Bont, Rao, Butters, Jimby, not a bad one there. Parrish, unfortunately, was one to let you down. D'Ambrosio, a really solid selection down back, and Flanders, a good one up forward, mate. Next is Rickaby G, another gold member. Dacos, Houston, Rioli, a really good start there, but then Buderick, Williams wasn't the best. Sanders, again, let some people down, but it was Mitch Lewis in your forward line there, mate, with only a 166. Hard luck, buddy. Better luck next year, champ. Noel, my uncle Noel, UDLs for LDU, a mad Kangas man. As you can see here, we've got Sheasel, Pink, McKercher, Wardlaw, LDU, Sherry, a great selection there, mate. Power, Fisher, and Lazaro, but it was that Pink Lazaro. Yeah, it didn't go too well there, mate. LDU, pretty decent selection, but your 650k plus player in Rory Laird just didn't do what the Bont did, unfortunately, mate. Top 20. Alrighty, now some decent teams and a couple of hard luck stories so far. That was 30 to 21. Let's see who is sitting in the top 20, number 20 on the list for this year. And that spot belongs to Stuart McNeely, another gold member. Good on you, mate. Almost reached 30,000 there, a 29,838. Some great selections there with your Dacos, your Flanders. Dogger Jackson, he actually did okay. Probably where you lost a few points was going English over Bont for that 650k plus player. But all in all, a great year from you, mate. Number 20, well done, buddy. Number 19, we have Penn with the Boggo Roaders. Penn, fantastic job. Look at that defensive line. You cracked 10k. The midfield also cracked 10k. A little bit less in the forward line, but hey, don't blame you for spending a little bit less there. That was my strategy in the traditional game of Supercoach. Dacos, Houston, Young, Wanganeen, Miller, terrific. Budrick's the one to let you down there. Great four in midfield there, but your Harm, Sexton, Jordan, not too great, but all in all, fantastic job, Penn. Next up, we have Dan Perry, hit the 30,000 mark, so well done, mate. The first one to do that so far with Average Joe. Sheasel, Houston, Young, Wanganeen, Miller are very similar to some other teams so far, along with your Buderick there. Tom Green, the first time we've seen him. Libba was the one to let you down there, mate. And another pod selection in your forward line with Cadman, but well done, mate, for hitting that mark. Harry Mules is next one with Magic Mules. And a terrific team from you, mate, with your Dacos, Sheasel, Young, Himmelberg and Buderick hitting 10k, also hitting 10k in the midfield. The Ruck, Max Gorn, a nice selection there, and not too bad in your forwards either there, buddy. Congratulations, Harry, 30,306. On to Finney Keys, all bark, no bite. Not too sure about that, mate, because you had a bit of bite in you this year with a 33-4-1. Dacos, Houston, Wanganeen, Miller. Then you went cheap with Buderick, didn't work out too well. And Williams there. Miller wasn't fantastic for you, but Luke Jackson, McKay, Rayner, Jordan, and Sexton gave you an 8k plus forward line, and that's one of the better ones we've seen. So well done, Finney. Next up, we have Matty Crow, a gold member. Almost hit the 30,500 mark with the Murder of Crows here. My man, the Pepsi Max King down back. Good to see him there. Made a real pod in John Newcomb there. Sanders didn't go overly well. Harms let you down. Grundy, pretty solid in the ruck there. Flanders, bit of a standout up forward for you, mate. But pretty good spending for you there, Matty. Next up, we have Peter Walsh, another gold member. Eugene United. Good on you, Pete. Very, very close to hitting 30,500. Only 5 points off there, buddy. If you had gone Bont instead of English for that 650k plus player, then you would have been laughing there, mate. Wilson was a pretty good rookie for us for the majority of the year. Gipkus was certainly the one that really stopped you from having a really nice finish there, mate. But all in all, a ripping job there, Pete. Matty Granger, the steel bars, 30,800. The scores are getting bigger here, and you can see some quality selections. Didn't go with Bont, did go English, but at the same time, we do see Zach Butters. And look at that forward line. Almost hit the 10,000 mark. Flanders, Heaney, nailed those two selections. Fisher, McKay, pretty solid. And then your James Jordan for a 1561. Very nice work there, mate. Just a little bit less there in your forward line with your D, what's that, 4 and 5. Matthew Dick, 30,841 with the Ganadors. I tell you what, mate, a very, very solid effort from you. Look at the first two lines there. 11,091, 11,187. Wowee, mate. It just fell off a little bit when you got to that forward line. No Flanders, no Heaney. Started off with Connor McDonald with the 1710. Zane Dersma, another one that probably let you down there, mate. But all in all, a terrific, terrific year from you, mate. Owen Mully, he's going to round out this list. A 31,180. Scores are getting very, very big now. Dacos, Houston, Young, Blakey, terrific selections there. Buderick's the one that let you down. Libba's probably the one that let you down in the midfield there, mate, but did have Bond, did have Gorn. Flanders really nice there. And some decent rookies. So all in all, a great job there, Owen. Alrighty, on to the exciting part now, the top 10. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You don't want to be hearing your name yet, but even if you do, it's been a mighty, mighty effort. Let's see who's sitting at number 10. At number 10, we have Izzy, another gold member with Balls of Steel, a 31-4-3-1, a sensational year for new Izzy, and an even better year in the traditional game of Supercoach. Look at that defensive line for an 11-2-6-3, Dacos, Houston, Young, Wanganeen, Miller, and a pod in Jack Bowes there. Ollie Wines, Newcomb, Poddish in the Prison League this year, and a big pod in the ruck there with Rowan Marshall. So congrats, mate, on making the top 10. Next up, Colin Young, another bloke who had a phenomenal season in traditional Supercoach this year. A 31-4-6-4. Windsor, okay, I suppose, as rookie selection, but could have gone a little bit better along with Sexton there. Tanner Bruin, an interesting selection, and Track let you down a little bit there, mate, but well done on number 9 this year, buddy. Matty Anderson is number 8 with a 31-6-70. Team name, late changes. Now, Matty was so on the ball with this Prison League, making updates day upon day, week upon week before the start of the season. And all in all, mate, congratulations. You almost made it to the top 5 there. A brilliant team. Very all-round as well. You look at the defence, mid and forward, not much separating it. So very well balanced, mate. A 31-670 for Matty. Next up, we have Flynn Carrington, right on 32,000 this year. Team name Dreamers. Mate, you weren't dreaming in that defensive line. Take a look at this. The number 1 defensive line from any team this year. Dacos, Houston, Sheasel, Young, and Nazaya Wangadeen Miller. Phenomenal, mate. Absolutely phenomenal. But English let you down a little bit there. Had some great selections and some pods as well in your homes there. Rayner, okay-ish, but you probably missed out on a couple of the big boys up forward, mate. But well done, Flinny. 32,000 is a ripping, ripping job. And here we go. Magic just missed out on the top 5, mate. A 32-755. We can see how big the scores are getting here. The will of Dacos. Your defensive line and your midfield absolutely smashed it out of the park, mate. Grundy was a pretty solid selection there in the ruck. Didn't have those 2 big boys in Heaney, Flanders, or your Zorko types in the forward line. And that's probably what stopped you from getting really, really, really close to the cash this year, mate. But Magic, a 32-755 is nothing to scoff at. Very, very well done this year, brother. We're at the pointy end now, the top 5. Now, congratulations. Again, if you've made it this far, only the top 3 get paid. Number 5 and number 4, super unlucky, but what a phenomenal season. Let's see the final 5. At number 5, we have gold member Pete Dockery. Congratulations, Pete. The Steel Bars did an extremely good job this year. First time I think we've seen Lockie Whitfield with a 25-5-3, an inspired selection there, mate. Got the 2 big boys right there with your Dacos, your Bont, Flanders up forward. You had pretty solid forward line, isn't it? Fisher, McKay, Lipinski, and Reed. In the midfield, did really well there. Howes, Sanders weren't the best rookie selections. Could have gone a little bit better there. That's probably what held you back at the end of the day, mate. But all in all, finishing in 5th position is an almighty effort, mate. Let's see who the unluckiest coach is this year. In 4th position, 1 away from the money. Oh, and it's my man, Jono Carroll, a platinum member. Jono, mate, I was rooting for you, I must admit. Row on the Boat FC almost reached 33,000, a 32,984. What a season it was from you, mate. What a balanced side this is as well. Defence, 1170. Midfield, 10,405. The ruck in Brodie Grundy, solid there. And a forward line, 8,357. Mate, you almost did everything perfectly here. Dacos, Sheasel, Houston, Young, and Wilmot, all fantastic selections. Bont, Butters, Nick Martin, great. Bonner, okay. Sanders, not the best. Grundy, as we mentioned, solid. Heaney, you couldn't have done much better there. Fisher, lots of us are going for. McKay, bit of a pod. Fifey, not the best. Could have done a little bit more for us. And Alex Sexton, hey, glad he actually came back into the side because we were worried he wasn't going to come back at all. So, Jono, mate, congratulations. That is a super effort. Almost 33,000. Very, very proud of you, mate. Let's see who is actually in the money now in 3rd position. In third position, we have Bill Langman. Well done, Billy. Made the money this year, mate. Team name of Swordfish. What I've done with the top three here is I've actually color-coded them so you can see what the top three have actually done. So the 200 to 200k selections there, you had Sharp and Newland. Both solid rookies there. Then D'Ambrosio, great selection. One of the best buys for money, I think, in the Prison League this year. Billings, bit disappointing there. Gresham and Humphrey, real pods. It just didn't quite work out. Pepsi Max King was good. The Lizard, Heaney and Flanders, couldn't have gone better with those two in your forward line there. The Clug, Anderson and Gawn as your Blues there, 5 to 6. 600, 650, we had Dacos and Luke Ryan. Terrific selection in your back line there, and a bit of a pod in this league as well. And you couldn't have gone better with your 650k plus player, the highest player or highest scoring player in the comp with Marcus Bontempelli. So well done, Billy. You come in at third place this year. There's only two more to go, so I'm sure that both of you will be watching this video very, very keenly. Congratulations to the person who finished in second spot this year. It's Chickadee with Chicka's Champs. Well done, Chicka. So a very, very solid season from you, mate. You just beat third position here and very, very unlucky not to take out the first spot. So if we break down Chicka's team here, Bont as a big boy, 650 plus. Then got the two Reds really right here. Butters and Caleb Sarong. In the Blues, Houston, Sheasel and Jack Steele. Not a bad selection so far. Flanders and Zorko, the first time I think that we see Zorko in the top 30 this year. And Tristan Sherry, what an inspired selection. So has not been a bad one so far. Fisher great, Weddle good. Buderick's the one that didn't quite work out. And if you had got that one right, you would have taken out first spot this year, mate. D'Ambrosio, fantastic. Fife is one that did let you down a little bit. Look at that Ollie Dempsey selection. Absolutely smashed that one out of the park as one of your rookie picks. And then we had Riley Sanders, who, as we've already seen in the top 30 so far, a very, very popular selection. So, Chicka, you make the money this year in second spot, mate. Congratulations. And in first place, congratulations, we have Gary Watson this year. Well done, Gaz. A 33.391. So just got there in the end, mate. Not much separating the top three this year. So I got a little bit excited there, mate, and mince me words. But Tom McDonald had a harms. Very, very clever there, mate. And we can actually see Tom McDonald and James Harms in the winning side this year. Believe it or not. Where'd he go right here? So obviously the Bont we've got LDU and Nick Dacos, two solid selections there. Sheasel, Whitfield, the second time we've seen Whitfield, and I think both have been in the top 5. Jack Steele, another great selection there. But here's where we get it really, really right with Flanders and Tristan Sherry. The Lizard, a solid selection there. Zach Fisher, Tom McDonald, actually great at that price point. McVee as a real pod there. McKercher, that was okay. Harms, not too bad. But have a look at this. Having Matt Roberts over someone like a Sanders, you've almost doubled your points there. And Kyle Lohman with the 1631, what a phenomenal season Kai's had. Rising Star nominee, and he has really, really filled the shoes of Link McCarthy well. So this is the winning side for 2024. Gary Watson, Tom McDonald had a harms, 33.391. A phenomenal effort, mate, and will be very, very hard to beat in the future. Well done there, Gaz. So that is it for the 2024 Prison League. Thanks again to everyone that did get involved. Well done again, Gazza. You were just unstoppable this year, mate. I don't know if that record score will be broken. No one's come close in the last couple of years. So for those of you that didn't get involved this year, jump on board next year and see if you can topple the great man, Gazza. So that's it for me for now, guys. All the best, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers, bye.